Welcome to the Authors Show by Griffin Publication. The success of our author is our success. We keep your trust safe with us. Thy sweet smile beneath hidden body, thy clear, charming flute sings behind in melody. God, oh godly flutes, neat beauty. Today, we have gathered here to launch a very important and worth reading book, Voice of Assam, selected Assamese poems 1900 to 2000, translated by our very own Manash Jyoti Sarma. Manas is a poet, he is a student of journalism, he is a translator, he is an essayist, and we will know more about him when we proceed with our show, and we will talk to him after we release the book formally. We are very fortunate today to have with us eminent personalities, Swapna Behera ma'am, Dr. Rajesh Kakati sir, Dr. Binoy Kumar Mazumdar sir, Pankaj Gobinda Medhi. We have Partha, a journalist with us. We have also Manash's guests who are very, well known. I welcome you all to this show and grateful enough that you have taken out your time and you have come here. You are attending this show to formally release Manash Jyoti Sarma's The Voice of Assam. Let me briefly introduce our guest today. Even though let me introduce her to you. Swapna Behera ma'am is a trilingual contemporary poetess, author, translator, and a teacher. She is a published author and poet of many national and international journals, magazines, and she is the author of 6 books. Her poems have been translated to many international and national languages. And basically, we should know that her poem, A Night in the Refugee Camp, is translated into 65 languages. And she is a recipient of many national and international awards, and she is an environmentalist too. I welcome her. She is still trying to join. There are certain network issues at her side. We have with us Dr. Rajesh Kakati, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for being here, taking out time for us. He is a noted critic. He is a noted critic and a great speaker. His criticism has paved a unique style. We want to read him more. We want to know him more. Thank you so much, sir. We will talk more with you. We have Dr. Binoy Kumar Mazumdar, a noted poet and translator, the principal of Sankardev Academy, Nalbari, if I am not mistaken. He has been contributing in Assamese literature for more than 3 decades. Thank you so much, Dr. Binoy, sir, for being here, taking out time for us to release Voice of Assam. We have with us Pankaj Gobinda Medhi, sir. He is a noted poet and a translator. He has been editing Torjoma, if I'm pronouncing it right, the only magazine of translation in Assamese. Thank you so much, Pankaj, sir, for sparing time for us, for being here to release Manash Jyoti Sarma's Voice of Assam. Partha, thank you so much for being here with us today. Thank you so much, Tulika ma'am, she is here. And we have, I thank all, I can see Santanu Sarma. So all of Manash friends and guests, I welcome you all today to this show to release Manash Jyoti's Voice of Assam. So welcome, Manash. 2 lines from you. We have a long way to go. We have to talk a lot to know your book and to know you. So it's yours. How would you welcome our guest today?
I welcome heartily to all the guests here, and especially you, the publisher, who made the book published. Otherwise, it would not have been done. I just welcome all of the guests of my guests, and I just thank them for their arrival in this show.
Thank you so much, Manas. So I would request Dr. Rajesh Kakati, sir, to say a few words about this book, about Manas's effort to translate so many poems, Assamese poems, to English. So how would you motivate Manas today and motivate us? And what do you say about this book today? All yours, Rajesh, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. that I am very much
Call me
glad to
Masum.
be the part of this auspicious occasion that the Voice of Assam is going to be launched by a very premier institution, Griffin Publications. I convey my thanks to the publication and the publisher, and allow me the poet. In
Rajesh
fact,
sir, we can't
Manash
see
Jyoti
you.
Sarma, Manash Jyoti Sarma has contributed lots to the domain of Assamese literature, and he has done immense services to the literary domain because he has presented lots of a galaxy of poets from Assam, and those thoughts, great thoughts, timeless thoughts, were bound to be regional language for a longer period of time. He has presented very well by his expertise in translation works in front of the all literature loving people of our nation. And the Voice of Assam is a representative work that how many talents, how many intellectually developed people living in our region, and that is presented very well by this book. And that title of this book is a uh, very apt in front of literature loving people, because to some extent the voice of Assam, our part, our region, uh, remains to be mute for a longer period of time. But Manash Jyoti Sarma has made it possible in front of the people in the domain of literature of our nation, that our regional people, how they think and how they contribute their timeless thoughts, and how they like to live, and how their artistic works are archived in the poetic worlds that is presented in front of the people of this nation, as well as in front of the people of this globe. And I definitely convey my best wishes to Manash Jyoti Sarma, who is a very young, talented poet and translator. And I convey my best wishes to the Griffin Publications also.
Thank you so much, sir, for your enlightening words. Thank you so much, Swapna ma'am, for making efforts and for being here today. Hope you can hear me now.
Yes, yes,
Ma'am,
dear.
I have already introduced you, a poetess, an editor, a translator. Her poems are translated into so many national and international languages. Ma'am, I have already sent you bits and pieces of Manas's work to you. So what do you have to say today on this important book, I would say, because so many, 1900 to 2000, the poems written during those years, he has translated into English and he has given it to the world to taste the voice of Assam. Yes, ma'am. What would you say today?
First of all, I beg apology because there was some technical issue, but then finally I am connected. So I beg apology and I congratulate Assam each one and the author Mukesh Jyoti Sarma ji.
Manash Jyoti.
Manas Jyoti Sarma ji, sorry, author who has brought the flavor of Assam to the globe. So I will congratulate you, and this rose is for all the poets of hers, and I congratulate each one from the bottom of my heart. I congratulate
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
I also congratulate Mosimi for connecting me to this creative celebration rather. I love translation, but then translation is also a very difficult task. That is to preserve, to transmit to diamond. To another, through a couple of poems there that Mosimi was kind enough, and he has sent it there. very tiny poems, very catchy poems. I was really amazed at the technical part of the translation. So I congratulate the translator first, because he has taken it to another level. Being a translator, I am translation or taking or the soul is translated. So it is very difficult, because as far as understanding the nuances and the undercurrent of the poem, it is a very difficult task and a responsible work. The poems that I have read, I have got all the flavors, even though English, the cultural flavor is something different. Assam, the cultural flavor is wholeheartedly he has taken it. So it's really a joy. If the poets, they will allow me, perhaps I will take it to Oriya. If they will allow me, I will try my best. Some poems I have got the flavor of scientific humanism. In some poems, I have got the flavor of scientific socialism. In a couple of poems, I have got the flavor of emotional emotional attachment to to their soil. So that is a great feeling. Uh, I congratulate each poet, because tiny poems, perhaps a single page poems, and it is very difficult to present the theme there within a um, uh, short lines. It is very difficult to present the thoughts. Uh, they have the poets, they have done their duties. The translator, he has given maximum justice to the poems. Now again, I would like to ask one question, esteemed translator and our author and the uh, hero of today's event, rather I should say. Uh, what do you enjoy the most, essays or translation works or your original works? As far in a lighter note, I feel essays are passport photos, poems are classic photos, putting the finger on the cheek, and essays focus on the bullet points, the star points, but poems, they fly beyond the sky. Now, would you please tell me which one you like the most and why?
Welcome, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I want to fly in the sky with poems, and especially in case of translation. It's very, very nice. Very nice. Just transmitting the others' ideas.
Uh, that's a wonderful thing. And then, how did you select the poems?
I select the poems which touches my heart.
Okay, great.
Which touches my heart. I have left many poets and many poems during the age, but what the poems I took, they touched my heart, and therefore I just went for. I left many poems, ma'am, during that period.
And then, what is your future? I know. How many poems are there here in the book?
I think 138. 138, ma'am.
130, 138 poems. Wonderful. How many poets are included here? How many poets you
I took only one poem from one poet.
taken?
138 poets, ma'am.
There. Oh, okay. I got each one, and then I love the culture of Assam. From Odisha, again, greetings to all the poets of Assam.
Thank you, thank you, ma'am, for all.
Thank you so much, Swapna ma'am. And Manash, you should be very happy. Swapna ma'am has offered to welcome these poems and translate them into Oriya. So thank you so much, Swapna ma'am, for your kind words. We have Dr. Binoy Kumar Mazumdar. He's a noted poet and a translator. Sir, all yours. How would you encourage and congratulate Manash today? You know, he has done a extremely, wonderful job. Yes, sir. Binoy, sir. Binoy, sir, you have to unmute yourself. You have muted yourself.
Yes. Namaskar to all of you gathered here. First of all,
Namaskar, sir.
I would like to translator, poet, and essayist, Mr. Manash Jyoti Sarma. I love him so much because of his creative quality and power. He's very enthusiastic in his field. So I have seen from his very inception of his time what he started to do all this literary work. So that I feel that he's very energetic and enthusiastic one in the field of literary field. So that I like him very much. And today, in this very auspicious occasion, I would like to actually convey my gratitude and congratulations to him. And I think in near future also, he will try to do much more work from that level too. So first of all, actually, this is a great day. I feel a great day for Assamese poetry, because already I know, as my knowledge is concerned, I have seen till today that simultaneously in a collection, actually, I have not seen that 138 poems and 138 poets collectively. And basically, we can say this book, Voice of Assam, actually, it is the voice of Assam really, because we will see the different poems of different times from 1900 to 2000. So many issues, so many a variety of actually ideas we can actually see throughout the entire collection of this translation work of Manash Jyoti Sarma. So really, it is a voice of Assam. Now, those who want to know about the different variety of the culture, the nature, all these things, patriotism, romanticism, all these things. Actually, we can be able to do all these things throughout the collection work of this translation work of this Manash Jyoti Sarma. Sometimes the modern Assamese poetry, what we have already seen, that it is an element of real life of the people in some circumstances. And during the 40s, actually, from what time he has taken the poetry to for the purpose of the translation, actually, we have seen the variety of the content, variety of the situation. So from up to actually Second World War, after that Second World War, up to if you see that up to the independence, the pre-independence period, and after independence also, what we have seen, all these things. Really, what is the voice of Assam? Actually, we can just observe, and Manash is really trying to reflect all these type of the things throughout his entire work. And he simultaneously, already we have mentioned, we all know also that he's a good essayist. Also, his creative writing is so high, and simultaneously is doing writing essays, also translation work. He has translated so many important books to Assamese language, also from English. And by this way, he's getting the to the leader of the Assam, the flavor of different famous work of the world. And also, this is a great work for the, I think I would like to announce that this is a great day for Assam and great work for Assam, which is done by the Manash Jyoti Sarma, just to get a global reader. So that once again, I would like to congratulate him and it will be very pleasure moment to express that he's actually a talented person. He have capacity to do within a short period of short span of the time. He can do so many work. He has that quality. I think in near future also he will do all these things, and this Voice of Assam will really reflect the actual voice of what is the variety of the voice and what the people of Assam want to say. So this creative work, it will really reflect by the work of the Manash Jyoti Sarma. And now again, I would like to congratulate Manash Jyoti Sarma and all my gratitude to the publishers, Griffin Publications, and the other people and other participants here. And once again, namaskar to all of you.
Namaskar, sir. बहुत ভাল লাগিल শুনি.
Namaskar.
And thank you so much for your enlightening and encouraging words. Manash, really, you have done a great job. We have with us Pankaj Gobinda Medhi, sir, a noted poet and a translator. We have already told, I'm just repeating because Swapna ma'am has joined a bit late. So he is a noted poet and a translator. He has been editing Torjoma, if I'm pronouncing it right, the only magazine of translation in Assamese. Sir, it's a great moment for Assam, for language and literature, for all of us. What do you say today?
Thank you. Namaskar. Have you heard to me?
Yes, yes.
Namaskar, namaskar.
Namaskar.
Namaskar,
Good evening to all of you, and a smart introduction from the introducer to us. Very nice. A braving program, so to say. And I first of all congratulate Griffin Publication and Manash Jyoti Sarma. Manash Jyoti Sarma is not only a translator, he is the compiler and he is the communicator. Communicator in the sense, in the means that he translated 138 Assamese poems to English, not only in English, but the people, those who are studying in, hello,
Yes.
is it okay?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
we are listening to you.
Go on, Pankaj.
Video is absconding, so. Manas is doing this translation, and this translation does not mean that it is the translation from Assamese to English, but it is the translation from Assamese to various languages of this globe. Because many people of many nations, they know English and they will read Assamese through Manash Jyoti Sarma's translation. It is a brave work, a good done, a nice work, and a prestigious work, so to say. I have go through the book. I have read part of the book. I have read part of the introduction too. And through the book, when actually what is happening, the translation is a tough job, but Manas makes it easier. And his translation has some sort of fluency and some sort of music. Actually, what happening, translation is not a simple method to translate a word to another word of same meaning. Actually, translating means the translation of feelings, the translation of the truth, the translation of the ideology, and so many things to be included here. So Manas is doing an excellent work. And this type of translation is the requirement of the time, because Assamese is not a language that is known by each and everybody or many nations of the globe. So it is the book through which the people of every corner of the world may feel what we are feeling in Assamese language. So I congratulate Manash Jyoti Sarma, congratulate Griffin Publication, and those who are now attending this program, they are also the part of this translation work, I think so. So thank you to all of you.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
ma'am.
Thank you so much for your
Thank you,
motivating
Pankaj.
words, Pankaj
Thank you,
sir.
Pankaj.
Pankaj sir, it was really nice listening to our eminent special guest. We will listen to the other guest. We will listen to Manas. But before that, why not we do the thing which we are waiting for? Formally release Manash Jyoti Sarma's Voice of Assam. I'll just give me a minute. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
So can we all applaud Manas for his wonderful work. This book is available on Amazon.
Thank
This
you.
book. Manas, can you hold your book in your hand so that we can take a click?
I can also show the book.
Oh wow! Yes, sir. Everyone.
Pankaj da.
I have done already. I am the first.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
I did order in Amazon, but yet I am now getting the book. I have already ordered.
Swapna ma'am, thank you so much for the flowers for Manash. So here we formally release Voice of Assam, the poems translated into English by Manash Jyoti Sarma. And this book is available on Amazon, soon to be on Flipkart. This would be available as ebook, Kindle, and KDP for all the countries. So everywhere, all the countries of this world can grab this book, and you should not miss this book. Heartiest congratulations, Manash, for this wonderful job. You have really done an amazing job, and to raise, I can say, the standard of language, literature, and sharing our voice, the people, the language, literature, the people, our voice of Assam to the world. And in this way, we really become one country in one world, united. And I always say, if there would be like one world, one country, all right, without so many countries. Thank you so much, Manas, for giving us this wonderful book.
Thank you.
Now, Manash, can you share with us your writing journey?
Yeah, I started while I was there, when I was there in Cotton, I think. I met you there while doing journalism, we were classmates there. So then we started together. Then after that, it continued. And the journey of Voice of Assam, it took me almost 3 years. Since 2018, I started it, and I just published it on some social media. And then I thought that why don't I do that? And we have some, actually, I have some mentors here at our place, like Pankaj Gobinda and Binoy Sar, he is my teacher, and Santanu Sarma. I just went to them and they just selected me the poems, and they gave me some poems. A lot of poems they gave me, and amongst those which touched my heart, then I went for. And this is how the Voice of Assam now it is possible in Amazon. Everyone will get in the world, and the communication is only you. Without you, it could not have been done. And thank you, Musumi, again for that.
Thank you so much, Manas. Now, we have a young journalist, Partha. He is the founder and writer of, he conducts interviews, and he has his story mug, the story mug. It's an e-magazine. Partha, you always look for such work. How we can really promote our, the work of Assam, language, literature of Assam to the world. How do you feel today? What would you say to Manas today?
Before everything, Manas, very congratulations to you. And I think it's
thank you.
Mostly here, I think a few lines of Dr. Bhupen Hazarika really fits apt. That goes that Ilorar pora Pururi Rohan Tikabole Purialu. I think this line fits apt here because this book is not just going to speak about Assam, the culture, the tradition. These poems have really reflected to the people of India, but definitely it's going to take the message in a very global platform. I think that's really something that I think very few people have dared to do from Assam. I mean, if you look from the translation literature from Assam in English, it's very rare and few. And I think Voice of Assam is going to be a big name in that stage. And as far as story marks thing is concerned, I am always there. Definitely, I really found, definitely I am going to contact Manash and do a one-to-one interview and spread his message that needs to be spread as far as I can. And that's all I have to say. And thank you. And Manas, really looking for, I have already ordered the book. Let's hope I get in. And definitely I'll read and do a beautiful short review of it as well, so that more and more people come to know about it.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you, Partha. Thank you so much. So, Manash, get ready to be interviewed by Partha for his story mug.
Yeah.
So, Manash, what inspired you to translate? You know, you could have read, you could have, written your own book also, and you could have written in Assamese also. But what is that special spark, that inspired you to translate these poetry? The translation, something must have inspired you.
Yeah, in 2018, I just translated a very short poem of noted poet Griffin Kumar Mazumdar, and he found it very amazing. He invited me to him and just inspired me. Then I went to Dr. Binoy Kumar Mazumdar, and he also inspired me a lot. And after that, whom as mentor I had mentioned you there before, they inspired me that, and I just continued my journey after that. And I have translated many books from English to Assamese also. And this is in English, the first one, the maiden one in English.
Wow, great. I would definitely approach you to translate my books to Assamese. So, great, Manash. Yes, why not?
If you permit me, I'll do it.
I will surely. Manas, why the title Voice of Assam? You could have, there are so many titles, that could have fit into this book. So what made you to decide the title of the book as Voice of Assam?
See, I have selected the poems since 1900 until 2000. And this collection is actually a rainbow of colors. The different ideas are there since to 1900, and the poets who were actually born in 1900 and who till 2000. So lots of ideas, varied ideas are there. So compiled. Therefore, I thought that it is not actually the poems or the anthology of Assamese poetry. It should be the voice of Assam. The voice of Assam should reach the people abroad. Therefore, I selected this name.
Okay, awesome. So, what do you think? Do you have certain idea, or do you really hope that this book can really guide the students, and this can also be included as a course book in the college or school or in the university in Assam?
Surely, because there are some big guns, whom we say big guns, like Jyoti Prasad Agarwala, Vishnu Prasad Rava, Parvati Prasad Borua, Bhupen Hazarika, and Ratna Oza, Hiren Bhatto, Ram Gogoi, Homen Borgohai, all the big guns are united here. I have left quite a lot because I could not do it in one book. And if I get chance in my life, I don't know whether I should get another chance in my life or not, to be or not to be like that. But if I get the chance, then I'll definitely do the second edition of Voice of Assam, where I would include all the rest of the poems to my left.
Not second edition, Manav, not second edition, second volume 2. It will be volume 2.
Volume 2.
Volume 2.
Right.
Mr. Manav.
Yes.
Mr. Manav, may I add something?
Yes. Of
Mr.
course.
Manav.
Of course, sure.
And your selection of the poems is a very tremendous one. And at the same time, it is a very diplomatic one. You have done a very diplomatic things, because as I have seen and observed the poets and poems in the anthology of Voice of Assam, that you have integrated. Actually, the voice of this book is an integrated one, because that poets are definitely allowed to come from the different fraternities and different communities. You have made a very diplomatic idea put in this book, and you are definitely selecting the poems from the different kinds of poets, and they are representing the different communities living in Assam in an integrated way. That is a very tremendous thing. I definitely observed that is a tremendous feature of your book, and it is an integrated voice from Assam in front of the people of this globe.
Thank you.
Actually, this is the nature of our state.
Yeah,
unity,
it is our cultural background. Actually, how the Assamese people think. Yeah, it is the cultural background. Our cultural, our Assamese, Binoyda, our Assamese. Yeah. Binoyda, our culture is like that. That our culture entices everyone who wants to live in Assam peacefully. They are greeted and they are given the right prestige and honor. And
all types of harmony. People of Assam actually wants all types of harmony.
Yeah.
Harmonious state actually.
Yeah. Actually, the anthology Voice of Assam has represented our integrated things, our harmony of our life and cultural setup and the society also.
Yes. That's why it should be praised by all the people, those who will read actually. We should actually encourage the people to read this book, to know, and not only the Assamese poetry, but also the variety of culture and ideas and thought.
Manash has shown that our cultural integrity and diasporic cultural idea very diplomatically and with the sense of dexterity. He has presented all those things in this anthology of poems.
Thank you.
Dr. Binoy sir, you are you are in a school. What do you say? How would the schools welcome this book? Do you think that this book can be included in the course book or a supplementary book, in the school?
Yes. It may happen. But I have seen today one thing. I am in dilemma actually. Today the HS result has declared in Assam. Higher secondary result is declared, and though the boy who secured first position in science stream, he has declared that yet I have not read any book. If it is the tendency of the young generation, how can we actually expect that people of our that is the coming generation will read this type of? But we have to do this. He's taking his knowledge from YouTube and such types of the media, but young generation, the coming generation, actually it is whether it is good or bad, I don't know. That they are not willing to do actually the book, the reading habit. Actually, they are not trying to do the reading habit, but they want to do throughout the YouTube and such types of media. But if we want to actually raise and if we want to bring all these types of the thought and ideas to the young people, mainly basically to the students, whether it is school or the college, we should have to take the other type of the instead of actually books, we can also take other media to reach it to the young generation. So that should also be actually time demand to know, time demand to think by this way. But we are as a teacher or as a I think the responsible person of the society, and I think that we should actually read the books. Without reading book, we cannot actually gather the knowledge. I must have to encourage our students. I must have to bring these types of the information to actually our young generation. I shall try to do all these things.
Thank you so much, Binoy sir. So, Manash, I would carry on Binoy sir's statement that yes, we do not see the young generation reading today, and poetry, somewhere or the other, the taste of poetry is fading because either we are not showing the interest, whether we are not promoting it in the right way. So, poetry is what we say, it's emotion, and poetry can really portray or project the culture of a state, the culture of a nation. So how would you promote literature and language of Assam to the upcoming generation, to the younger generation, so that they pick books and so that they understand the importance of language, literature, poetry?
They read actually. I think I just think that they read, but they may not read the paperback. They may not read the paperback, but
Yes,
through
yes.
internet, through
Yes.
YouTube, they read. The book will not die, and everyone is a poet of their heart. Everyone writes poems. They may not write on paper, but they may write on screen. But everyone is a poet, and poetry will not die. So poetry will be promoted by itself, not by anyone else, I think.
Thank you so
Mana-
much, Manash. Yes, sir.
Manas is very right in his comment that in fact, as P.B. Shelley said, that poets are the unacknowledged legislators of this world, and definitely that poetry doesn't die. Definitely, this anthology of poetry selected from different talented poets, spanning over a very longer period, and definitely reflect the soul of culture of our region in front of the new generation people.
Actually, Rajesh, the mode of the learning, mode of the reading, all these things will actually change. Not they do not want to go throughout the books right now. Today, I am actually that what I can say that today I actually the first position holder of science team. He has mentioned one thing in his interview. I have not book. I don't want to read book. Yet I am not reading any book. I have knowledge. I gather my knowledge through YouTube or other media. So more should be said for just to fulfill the demand of the younger generation. I think in this way. So books should not die. Books will not die. Poets will not die. Poets will write poem. All these things. But
Binoyda, there is a great reason behind this abandonment, and actually that aggression of capitalism has definitely restrained the new generation people from the thought process of our region, thought of our nation.
Maybe.
Actually, it is one of the eminent reasons behind this abandonment. And this book definitely allow and definitely encourage the new generation people to got attached.
Certainly, we must do that.
To got attached to the indigenous thoughts and how they are timeless and how they are the poets are thinking beyond the limit of geographic barriers and cultural barriers.
Yes.
Right. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Yes, Manash.
Therefore, we have the e-book of this book.
Yes.
Mosumi?
The mode should be changed ultimately, Manas. The mode of mode of the getting knowledge should be changed.
We have the Kindle mode.
Yes.
We have the Kindle mode, and so we are also we are just trying to take out YouTube shows and all author show. We will also have a talk show also on this book in the near future. So Swapna ma'am, you are also a very experienced teacher, translator, editor, and you have written so many books, and you have been dealing literature and language and also dealing with students. So how what would you suggest today? How should we really encourage the students to pick books and encourage reading as a habit? Yes, Swapna ma'am.
Thank you, Mosumi. The digital platform gives logic, but our children are our living poetry. They are the living poetry for generations together. They're right. There are also very young authors. Now, this book, Colors, also for time immemorial. One more thing, if the book can reach to the school libraries, they have their CCA periods.
I think we lost connection with ma'am. So we have Tulika ma'am with us. I can see Tulika ma'am, Manas's guest. So today, ma'am, we lost your connection. We'll just hear to Tulika ma'am. So what do you say today? I can see you smiling and listening to everyone today. So what do you have to say today? Ma'am, you have to unmute yourself. Tulika ma'am, please
If at all
unmute.
we can reach to their CC.
Hello.
Uh,
Yes, congratulations to Manash Sarma. Hello.
Welcome, ma'am. Welcome. Thank you.
You. Congratulations to Manash Sarma.
She's also, yeah, Tulika ma'am is also a poet of the book. I have also translated her poem.
Okay,
wow.
thank you. You did it so proud to us. Actually, I am very happy for the translation. Translation will take our words, our dreams, our emotions, our rebellions to the people to whom and about. So I congratulate you, thank you, and I am waiting for the second episode. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We
Can I say something?
Yeah.
yes. Partha.
Actually, yeah. I would rather say that this translation of 138 poems and 138 poets is important because translation, as I have said earlier, that will take a lot of things outside the confinement of the state. Actually, Tulika Bam's one of articles I have translated to English from Assamese about Aliyah Ligang for a magazine called Eclectic. If you remember me,
Oh, you Partha. Yes, I remember.
so that why I have brought that context in here is that most of the readers of Eclectic were from the 7 other states of Northeast. They had no idea about the festival. Once the article was published in an English platform, they came to know. So from that point of view, if as Binoy sir and Rajesh sir has rightly pointed out that if the book can be made available in school libraries and college libraries, not just in Assam or other parts of the state, of the country, then this is going to boost his work and is definitely going to push other upcoming translation writers as well to bring out good works. So that's why I think this is a very important book.
মই এটা কথা কওঁ
Right.
আচলতে অনুবাদৰ জৰিয়তেহে আমাৰ কবিতাবিলাক আমি দেশ বিদেশলৈ লৈ যাব পাৰো। মই যেতিয়া বিভিন্ন ঠাইত অনুষ্ঠানত অংশগ্ৰহণ কৰো তেতিয়া মই দেখা পাওঁ যে আমাৰ অসমীয়া কবিতাৰ যিটো এচেন্ট আছে, মানে অসমীয়া কবিতাৰ যিবিলাক চিত্ৰকল্প, যেনেদৰে আমি বিদ্ৰোহ কৰো, আমি প্ৰেমৰ কথা ইমান খোলাকে ক'ব পাৰো, বাকী কবিতাবিলাকত তেনেকুৱা আমি নেদেখো মানে। কিন্তু আমাৰ সকলোতকৈ ডাঙৰ প্ৰব্লেমটোৱে হ'ল যে মানে আমাৰ কবিতা ইংৰাজীলেও অনুবাদ খুব কম হৈছে আৰু হিন্দীলে হোৱা নাই। আৰু হিন্দীলে যেতিয়া বা ইংৰাজীলে যেতিয়া কবিতাটা আমাৰ অনুবাদ হয়,
I cannot hear.
তাৰ যিটো আচল কথা সেইখিনি নাইকিয়া হৈ যায়। শুনিছেনে বাৰু? মানে একেবাৰে মানে মই যদি কওঁ মোৰ এটা কবিতা আছে ধৰক আমি মানে ৰ'দহীন দিনৰ প্ৰেম, ৰ'দহীন দিনৰ প্ৰেমটো যেতিয়া ইংৰাজীলে ট্ৰেন্সলেশ্যন হ'ব তাৰ একজেক্ট লাইনটো কি হ'ব মানে? ৰ'দহীন দিনৰ প্ৰেমটো অসমীয়াত শুনিবলৈ বিৰাট ভাল। আমি একেটা ঘৰতে থাকো, তোমাৰ খিৰিকীদি অহা বতাহ জাক মোৰ কাষ নেপায়, মোৰ খিৰিকীদি সোমোৱা পোহৰ জাক তোমাৰ কাষ নেপায়। এইটো মানে যদি আচলতে যিজন ট্ৰেন্সলেটৰ হয় তেওঁ আচলতে কবিতাটো একেবাৰে ইয়াৰ পৰা অনুভৱ কৰিব লাগিব। ওপৰতে মানে অকল আমাৰ এনেকুৱা হয় যে মানে বাক্যবিলাক অনুবাদ হয়, সেইটো আৰ্টিকুলত একো নাই। এটা পাৰ্থই মোৰ এটা আলি আই লৃগাং কৰিছিলে, মোৰ এতিয়া মনত পৰিছে। আৰু মই আজি তোমাৰ পঢ়ি আছো যিটো তুমি উত্তৰণ যাদুঘৰৰ বিষয়ে এটা লিখিছিলা ন, এখন লাকিলি পৰহিলে মই ডকুমেণ্টাৰী এখন কৰিবলৈ গৈ আছো, তোমাৰ সেই তথ্যখিনিও মই লৈছো। তো থেংক ইউ। আৰু মই হেৰিয়ক মই অনুৰোধ কৰিম পাৰ্থ আৰু এইফালে আমাৰ মানসক যে মোৰ কবিতা আৰু বিশেষকৈ স্বপ্নৰ স্বদেশ মোৰ অৰুণাচলখন যদি কোনোবাই অনুবাদ কৰে মই বহুত ভাল পাম। স্বপ্নৰ স্বদেশ মোৰ অৰুণাচল, যিখন মোৰ অট'বায়োগ্ৰাফি। মানে অৰুণাচলত মই থকা সময়ৰ কথাখিনি লিখিছো, সেইখন যদি ইংৰাজীলে কোনোবাই অনুবাদ কৰে মই বহুত সুখী হ'ম। ধন্যবাদ।
Wow. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your enlightening words. So, yes, sir.
তুলিকা বাইদেৱে যিটো কথা কৈছে, মই 1 মিনিট কথাটো শ্বেয়াৰ কৰিব পাৰোনে বাৰু?
Sir, yes, sir.
তুলিকা বাইদেৱে একেবাৰে সঠিকভাৱে কৈছে যে মানে অসমীয়া ভাষাত কবিসকলে যিটো লিবাৰ্টি, what kind of liberty the poets and the people enjoy, সেইটো বাহিৰৰ বহুত মানে কবিতাত বা কবিৰ সেই ফ্ৰীডমটো কৰবাত নেথাকে। সেই কথাটো ঠিকে কৈছে, একেবাৰে ঠিকে কৈছে, মই মানি লৈছো। কিন্তু একে সময়তে কথাটো এনেকুৱা যে ধৰক আচলতে কথাটো কেনেকুৱা যে ধৰক আমাৰ বহুত ট্ৰেন্সলেটৰ অকল ট্ৰেন্সলেটৰ হৈহে থাকে, মানে জাষ্ট দেয়াৰ translates their works into other language. In fact, the translator should be transcreator at the same time. এতিয়া মানক জ্যোতিৰ যেতিয়া ভইচ অফ এছামখন চাব, যে মই গোটেইবিলাক কবিতা মই পঢ়া নাই, মই কিছু কবিতা পঢ়িছো, যে তেওঁ অকল ট্ৰেন্সলেট কৰা নাই, তেওঁ ট্ৰেন্সক্ৰিয়েট কৰিছে। মই সেইটো কথা কৈ থৈ দিলো। That is the specific feature of his anthology, that not only he has translated the works, he has transcreated many more poems into English. That is a great thing. আৰু যদি যেতিয়া ট্ৰেন্সলেটৰজন নিজে ট্ৰেন্সক্ৰিয়েটৰ হৈ যায়, তেতিয়া এই ধৰণৰ সমস্যাটো নাথাকে। আৰু মই ভাবো যে মানক জ্যোতিয়ে ভইচ অফ এছামত কেইবাটাও কবিতা ট্ৰেন্সক্ৰিয়েট কৰিছে। মই সেইটো কথা খুব ভালকে মাইনিউটলি অবজাৰ্ভ কৰিছো মই।
Great, sir. So we are already
এক মিনিট মোৰ ছোৱালী ইতিমধ্যে তাই দিল্লী ইউনিভাৰ্চিটিত পঢ়ি আছে। তাই কিতাপখন সংগ্ৰহ কৰিছে আৰু তাই মোক কৈছে, মা প্ৰথমবাৰ তোমাৰ কবিতা ভাল ধৰণে ট্ৰান্সলেচন হৈছে। মই অৰ্ডাৰ দিছো, পোৱা নাই। তো থেংক ইউ মানস।
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Very nice. So nice to hear this. Swapna ma'am has also told us, Jodi English or Jodi school or curriculum, if I'm correct, if we add, this book or such things to such, projects to CCA curriculum, in that way also we can encourage reading. Hope Swapna ma'am can hear me. So she's absolutely right.
I would like to suggest, if at all a group of poets, they will take the book to the schools and meet the CCA coordinators. They are in charge of the co-curricular activities. So they will do the needful work. They know how to take it to the platform. And the student leaders are there. They will be associated. We have to associate them. We have to invite them. The students' representatives should be there. And next time, Osimi, I would request you, please bring one young reader here. Okay?
Yeah.
So we are all young now. We are all young.
Young means the student.
Yes, ma'am. We will invite schools.
Yeah, one student.
Yes, we will definitely try to bring in students, and we have Pankaj sir, right. Pankaj sir, so much we have talked about. You are a translator yourself. How do you think translation work should be promoted, and we should keep translating more of all languages? I won't focus here like Assamese to English, English to Assamese, Oriya to Assamese, Oriya to English. So how can we unite our world through translation? Keneke ami gote world unite korim mane translation work.
Okay, you have already told that I have an editor of a magazine called Tarjama. Tarjama, that means translation. It is an Assamese word of translation. Actually, it is the origin of the word is from Arabic, Tarjama, Tarjuma. From that, it is Tarjama. And in which magazine? That means just a minute, a phone call is coming. Okay. In that magazine, that means in Tarjama, I have published the poems of various languages that is translated to Assamese. And it is a privilege to me to read the poems of other languages and their translation procedure. How they translate. Your question is that how we uplift the translation work to the readers, as well as how we will convey our message to the readers and the society. So that I think we should dedicate in our translation work, first of all, the selection of poem. Actually, what is happening in the globe that it is the new trend and the generation trend, so to say, postmodern trend, that I write well and exceptional. Nobody can do that. Each and every poet is now thinking so. So his or her poetry should be translated. They convey, they personally convey. So actually what is happening, the good poetry must come out through the translation. Now the question is, what is good poetry and what is the bad poetry? I have no comment. And I am not that the judge what is good or what is bad. But in the translation procedure, we are discussing about translation. Reader always assume which one is good translation and which one is bad translation. Their feeling and actually some reader generally like to compare the original one. But in case of it is happening when it is translated from English, when it is translated from Hindi, and when it is translated from Bangla, in case of Assamese language. Very few Assamese people know Oriya, very few people know Malayalam, Kannada, or Indian languages. I think there is very small Assamese people may not be there who knows how to speak African language, how to speak Latin American languages. But we are translating that poems through English, through Bangla, through Hindi, through other languages, maybe it from Oriya too. So in Assam, particularly in Nalbari, many Oriyan teachers are here. They are coming from Oriya, from Orissa. So they can translate it. So now the time, in that time, and the particular time, which we have to catch in the sense to uplift the translation of particular language. So we are trying to uplift our language, say Assamese language. We will go through English to translate Assamese poem to other languages, and we will translate other languages through English to Assamese. Both of the work is precious for the particular language, and we have confine, concentrate, and we should adhere of that particular work. Many of us, we write, we translate, someone we play, someone we sing, but not particularly we are in the translation job. Very few of us are relating with translation. Manash is one of them, no doubt. To uplift his book, we have to discuss about it in some sequences, say talk show, say some research type of synopsis or anything else like that. I just give the clues. So go on, carry on. Each and everybody are doing on their best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pankaj. Now, Manash, you are the hero of the show today, the translator, the author of the book. Manash, what about your next book?
I'm thinking about one anthology of poems by one of Assamese poets. Already it is done, and it is going to Griffin Publication again, and will launch most probably in 2022.
Great, great. Artist, congratulations and all the best for your next book. And anyone, Manash, would you love to invite someone to speak a few words? Like you have many guests today. Maybe I have left out someone.
Is there Santanu Sarma there?
Santanu sir, are you there? I can't see him.
No, he has left already.
Okay, so convey my regards to Santanu sir. Definitely, we will invite him again to a talk show where we would definitely we will confine our talks only to Voice of Assam. So thank you so much, Manash, for bringing out this wonderful book. Heartiest
Thank you.
congratulations. Once again, heartiest congratulations. And I hope this book will rock. We will work a lot to promote this book and keep the visibility forever. Thank you so much, Swapna ma'am, for being here. Despite all technical glitches, you are here. All right, and your words always inspire us. We will collaborate in some translation work. And thank you so much, Rajesh Kakati sir. And you really spoke, and your words really meant a lot to us. I think with your help, we can move ahead with more of such, the wonderful work. Thank you so much, Dr. Binoy sir. And again, we will definitely approach your school through you. We will, try to spread awareness, all right, and keep inspiring the younger ones to work more on such such books. Pankaj sir, thank you so much. Yes, we will unite the world. We can unite the world through poetry, through our translation. We can translate and, give literary works to the readers to read. Thank you so much, Partha and Tulika ma'am, and to all of you who are present here today. As Griffin Publications, I'm as the director of Griffin Publication, I welcome you all to come up with your books. We are here to publish you, to guide you, to edit your books, even to coach you if you somewhere or the other you want to become an author, a poet, and together we can make a beautiful world of poetry and peace. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. Long live Griffin.
Thank you too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Long live literature and language.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
পাৰ্থ মোলে ফোন কৰিবাচোন